Right, boys, welcome to the channel. Today we have the winner of the poll where I asked what Sylvester Stallone movie deserves a sequel, and Demolition Man won. So this video is called and about why Demolition Man 2 never happened. And it's actually interesting. I did a bit of research, so hear me out. Alright, we're going with first reason, which I think is the main reason, is that Sylvester Stallone sued Warner Bros. For fraud, claiming that the studio intentionally concealed profits from the 1993 sci-fi film Demolition Man. The suit alleges outright and obviously intentional dishonesty on the part of Warner Bros. In its accounting of the film, with the result being that Stallone wasn't paid the profits he was owed. So let's give it to you by the numbers, yeah? The main point is this: Stallone was owed 15% of Demolition Man gross once the film earned $125 million, and 20% if the film earned $200 million or more. Demolition Man went on to gross $159 million worldwide at the box office, although that number doesn't factor in home entertainment sales. Warner Bros. Said the film made no profit, but when Stallone questioned the accuracy of the numbers, a check of $2.8 million was sent to him. However, Stallone believed he is owed a more significant payout from the film. Still, Stallone and Warner Bros. Have worked together though in 2015 when he appeared in the Rocky spin-off Creed, for which he received a 2016 Oscar nomination for Best Supporting Actor. I think that Oscar nomination, although Stallone did good in the film, might have been something from Warner Bros. Just to cool down the water. What do you guys think? And let's get to the next one. Now, we know that Stallone had a problem with Warner Bros., but Wesley Snipes had different kind of problems. But in the 2000s, Snipes' legal and tax issues made studios extremely cautious. Insurance costs skyrocketed, production risks increased. For Hollywood executives, the math was simple: no Snipes, weak sequel, and with Snipes, financial risk. Either way, the momentum died. The third one is the most ironic reasons of all. Demolition Man didn't age badly, it aged uncomfortably well. The movie predicted speech restrictions, surveillance culture, corporate control, and social behavior enforcement. What once felt like exaggerated satire started to feel real, and the studio grew nervous. A sequel risked political backlash, cultural controversy, dividing audiences. In other words, the movie that once felt futuristic now felt too close to home. Another major reason Demolition Man 2 stalled was Sylvester Stallone's career trajectory. In the early 90s, Stallone was still a dominant action star, but by the late 90s, early 2000s, several films underperformed, studios became cautious, big budgets became harder to justify. Stallone himself pivoted. Instead of chasing futuristic action sequels, he focused on reinventing Rocky, where he did Rocky Balboa in 2005-2006, revisiting Rambo, which he did the Rambo sequel in 2008, and in 2010 I think he created The Expendable. These were safer legacy plays. A risky sci-fi sequel that required world building and satire didn't make sense at the time. Contrary to popular belief, Demolition Man 2 was not ignored. In the mid-90s, studios did discuss sequel possibilities. At the time, mid-budget action sequels were common: Lethal Weapon, Die Hard, Robocop. But here's the problem: by the late 1990s, Hollywood changed. Studios stopped caring about smart mid-budget sci-fi, and they wanted massive CGI, franchise universe, global spectacle. Demolition Man didn't fit the new model. It was too intelligent to be dumb action and too aggressive to be family-friendly sci-fi. The industry moved on. And at the last bit, we've got development hell. Over the years, multiple ideas floated around: a reboot, a legacy sequel, a streaming revival. But every version hit the same wall. Studios couldn't decide. Should it be R-rated? Should it be a comedy? Should it modernize or stay retro? Without a clear creative direction, the project stayed trapped in development limbo. And in Hollywood, that's usually a death sentence. So, what do you guys think? Could Demolition Man 2 still happen? My guess is possibly. Streaming has changed everything: lower budgets, more creative freedom, less box office pressure. And the themes of Demolition Man have never been more relevant. Maybe the truth is this: Demolition Man didn't need a sequel in the 90s, the world just needed time to catch up. I would love to see a Demolition Man reboot somehow. I wouldn't I wouldn't want to see a Demolition Man 2 right now, because what, Stallone is nearing his 80s, so there's no way he can pull that off. But let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching.